To the NJ show. I hope everybody is doing well. God, we had a crazy, crazy day in trading yesterday. Insane spike from Bitcoin. We're going to talk about that today. Excuse me. I'm just going to wait for a few more people to enter the chat, a few more comments to drop in. And as soon as we have that, we'll do a little shout out, a little good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And then we'll kick the show off because we need to talk about Bitcoin today. We need to talk about Bitcoin. Let me just double check to make sure that we're live. To enter the chat that today. All right, cool. We are live. We are live. Amazing. So we'll wait for a few people to join the chat. And as soon as a few people join the chat, we'll discuss Bitcoin. But let me know in the chat anyway, how are you guys doing? How are you guys in? Did anybody catch the long yesterday? Did anybody actually manage to make money yesterday? A lot of people are claiming that they did. And good for them if they did. Good for them. Live and let live. It's good to see people winning. All right. I'm going to break down my thoughts on Bitcoin today in today's episode. I'm looking at the chart now. I spent some good time yesterday just thinking about it and looking at the chart, trying to analyze and really think about what the next move could be. If you guys watched an episode or two ago, I don't know if you remember, but I said if we're going to go long or if we're going to go short, if we're going to take any trade plan, then we need to be able to back those trade plans up. We need to be able to say, all right, I want to go long and I'm going to give you 4 or 5 reasons why I'm going to go long. All right, I want to go short and I'm going to give you 4 or 5 reasons why I'm going to go short. So we've got a few people in the chat now. Let's kick the episode off. I can already see that you guys have all liked the video as well, which is amazing. So a massive, massive shout out to Shoaib, who's always joining the streams and sending mad love. Big up to you, Shoaib. Thank you very much for all your support, mate. We appreciate you here in the NJ community. Merhaba Gul, it's good to see you too. Always supporting the show. I'm seeing a lot of my OGs here today. I'm seeing my OGs. Crypto Tiger, thank you very much for your love and support. I see you on Twitter as well, supporting the NJ community. David, welcome to the show, mate. Good to see you. Shoaib says he's from Manchester, which is very cool. Hassan, of course, it wouldn't be a show without you, mate. Ryan, the first comment of the day. A big shout out to Ryan. Let's get it. And KAR Crypto, very good to see you, mate. I was cut out on my long from 0.06 at 20,700, so flat for me. So yeah, so Ryan, so KAR Crypto yesterday became a billionaire. News. I think that we'll save that for the news area of the show. All right, let's not talk about it during the TA section. We'll talk about it in the news. And Laz says, yo, I'm back. Hi from Munich. Can't always make it live, but always watching the recording. Well, Laz, I can't. Wow, let's put a smile on my face. Thank you very much, Laz, for your lovely comment. Henry here says, what's good, everyone? How is it going? Savario says, good morning. Redacted says, good afternoon. And finally, before we kick the show off, Tal says, sup, my man. Thanks for the 3 alpha, South Africa here. And you know, one more, just a cheeky one more. Mitchie says, hey, NJ. All right, guys, it's good. It's great to see you all. It's great to see you all. And I hope you guys are all doing well. We need to talk about Bitcoin today. All right, we need to talk about Bitcoin. So I'm going to share my screen. All right, let's not waste any further time, okay? Just give me 1 second. Okie dokie. Right, so the first thing that we need to talk about is what happened yesterday. Well, what happened yesterday was this, okay? When we were doing the streams yesterday, price was in this area here, okay? Price broke above and it gave us the massive spike. Now, a lot of people are wondering, why did NJ not trade this massive long opportunity? So let's talk about that and I'm going to try and make sure I don't repeat myself. I'm going to try and make sure I keep it concise and clear for you guys. Now, the reason that we didn't trade this yesterday was, number one, we had FOMC. And my advice to you, to all of you, was do not trade in an event-driven market. Okay? FOMC if it's your first one, then congratulations. Maybe you did trade it. Maybe you caught the long, and I'm very happy for you if you did. I'm not going to ever be upset if you made money. I'm very, very happy. Okay. Number two is, if I'm giving you advice and saying don't trade FOMC, then I myself can't counteract myself. It's counterproductive for me to do that. Okay. If I tell you guys don't trade during FOMC and I trade myself, I'm an idiot, aren't I? Okay, that's two. The third thing is, we were making a massive downtrend. Okay. If we see this trend line here, I purposely left this trend line out of my streams because we had one on the way up. We had one on the way up that we used. I think was it here? Yeah, I think it was here. We had one that we used on the way up. And to be honest, I don't like to abuse trend lines. I like to use them for confluence, but I don't like to use trend lines. So we had this trend line here. Now, even though we had this trend line, the support, the confirmation was all there. It was very quick. It was a very, very fast in move. However, I still didn't trade it. And I'll tell you why. I'll give you the third reason now. Yesterday, I explained to everybody what FOMC was. I explained what the data meant. I explained how the data affects you in your day to day. And if you haven't watched that episode already, I would highly advise you take some time out of your week, your month, or whatever to sit down and really understand what I was talking about in that episode, because it is important information, not just for you, but for your families, for your friends. Okay? It is important information. Now, if we're going to discuss what happened yesterday in terms of FOMC, well, the news was bad. The news was bearish. All right. The Fed increased the basis points by another 3/4. So again, it was another 75 BPS increase. Now, interestingly enough, if that news was so bearish, then why did the market pump? Now, number one, we have to realize that the market will always do whatever it wants. Okay. The news is there for confluence. The price action, it's there for confluence. The ranges that we've got marked out, it's there for confluence. The reason that most people that you see on YouTube and Twitter say that this is not financial advice is because at the end of the day, trading is all about ideas. The ideas that we have when we look at a chart. What are the highest probable ideas that we can potentially make from what the price is showing us? Okay. Now, yesterday, given that we had such a bearish outlook on FOMC, and given that we did in fact get horrible data as a result of FOMC, the market in return gave us a massive pump. Now, I want to put it into context for you guys, okay? If we clear this chart, because a lot of people yesterday were quick to jump on my throat and say, you know what, bro, you messed it up. You got left out on the long. You're an idiot. You're not gonna make it in trading. Let's take a look at that. All right, let's take a look at that. In terms of all of this, I rode that. I was there. I rode that. I was making songs in this area here. Yeah? Already long part one was created here. Number two, you see this area here? I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I rode that. Like, I was there. You see, in 2017, you're not going to see it on this chart, but in 2017, when we did that massive spike up to 20K, I was there. Yeah? So, when taking that into context, when I look at this little area here, this little tiny little bubble right here where I missed out on what? Let's see. Let's see what the percentage was, yeah? Let's see how much I got wrecked by because I didn't take the long. I wasn't even shorting. I told you guys don't short either. Let's see. I missed out on 10%, and it wasn't actually 10%. It was less than 10%. I'm just looking at the daily move for yesterday. So I missed out on 10%, and apparently that means I'm wrecked. So I don't know what the consensus is here. I don't know what the idea is here. But all I'm going to say is it doesn't really matter. One thing I need you guys to understand going forward, this is not just for me, but it's for you as well. You're allowed to be wrong, you know. Like, you know, in trading, it's a game of probabilities. You're allowed to be wrong. You can take a trade and get stopped out. And if your brother or your sister or your friend or your cousin or whatever is laughing at you, bro, like, F them. You know what I'm saying? F them. What's wrong with being wrong? Why do you think a stop loss exists? Okay. And I didn't even trade yesterday. I told you guys yesterday, trading was not, I didn't advise it. And you know what? I tell you what, if price had gone in a different direction, if price had done something like this and everybody was going long, like apparently everybody did yesterday, then, it would be the complete opposite. It would be the complete reverse today. Everyone would be saying, well, I wish I didn't trade yesterday. I wish I preserved my capital. In fact, I did see a lot of people saying that they did go short yesterday, and then I know a few people personally who are claiming they went long when I know they didn't. I know that for a fact. So, right now in the crypto space, it's a political environment. All right. We're in the bear market. Everybody's upset because they've lost bear money. And everybody's focused on more EastEnders type drama rather than actually trying to understand what the market is doing and trying to win. So let's break down Bitcoin and try and understand what happened yesterday and what we're going to do to get on board. Now, right before we do that, I'm just going to take another 15 seconds just to say the FOMC news was bearish. If you don't understand that, you didn't watch yesterday's video. If you watched yesterday's video and you still don't understand that, you need to re-watch yesterday's video, bro or sis. You need to do that. All right. Right. Let's break down Bitcoin. Because if we need to go long, we're going to be prepared for it. All right. If we need to go long, we will be prepared for it. A massive quick shout out to Vegeta Crypto for joining the stream. Thank you very much for joining the stream, bro. It's very, very good to have you here in the chat. It's very good to have a senior member of the crypto community in the chat room. And Shoaib, once again, with a lovely comment. As you mentioned, EastEnders, now I know you're from the UK. Rolf, it's good to see you, Rolf. It's been a while. Hi, sir. Of course, everybody's okay to be wrong. Otherwise, we would be God. Yeah, exactly. So this is the reason I brought it up was for you guys, really, Look, guys or girls, whatever, you're going to get things wrong. Okay, you're gonna get things wrong, and when you do, it's okay. If anyone makes you feel shit about that, then handle it your way. I'm not advocating any sort of a negative behavior, but just handle it your way if anyone does you wrong. Me personally, if I was younger, I'd handle it in one way. Now I'm older. When I see someone take the piss like that, or when I see someone move a bit mad, I just push them away. I say, do you know what, bro or sis or whatever? If you want the room is yours, bro. I'll go to another room. And then when you eventually realize that my room is better than yours and you want to come back knocking on my door, I'm going to say, look, arm's length. Like, you snaked me, arm's length. Okay? That's just the way I handle it. Which everybody's got a different sort of tactic, and everybody's got a different sort of maturity level. But anyway, I digress. Like the video, bottom right hand corner is subscribe. We're getting so close to 3K subscribers. Screw it. Let's break down Bitcoin. Okay. So we've got our range. Okay, quick breakdown for the people that are joining. This is the range for Bitcoin. This is the range that we've been playing. This is the range that we've been trading within. This is the range that we've made some money from. Okay, I think out of the 6 trades that we've taken on this show, I think we've got 1 wrong. Okay, so we're 5 out of 6. That's not really bad, is it? Now, what I mentioned in the previous episodes, and I'll mention it now, is this area here, this consolidation here, it did bug me. Why did it bug me? Because it kept the market down for so long. Okay, we broke above it, and this being the range high right here, we deviated above it, we got back below. Now, one of the scenarios I did talk about on this channel, and I did say that it was a high probable scenario. I did mention on Twitter as well that it was something that could happen, was this scenario here, where we come down into the 21,600 level, we hold this level, get back above and start pushing up. Even then, this area here, I wouldn't take too much interest in because of all these highs here. It's a very risky trade, especially if you're new to the game. So what I said was, if we can get back above the range high and we can hold above the range high, now we are painting a bit of a different picture and a bit of a different story. So that plan is still intact, okay? Except, and I'm willing to ride the long higher. The only problem is that I'm not liking these areas here. Now, when we're trading, right, and I'll give you an example right here. We've got a perfect example that we're looking at right here. Let's take this level here, this green level here. We know that this green level here at $24,000, 24,096 to be precise. This level here is the level that capped previous consolidation on the, was it the weekly chart for Bitcoin? It's here. 24,096 is, bear with me. Maybe daily. Maybe it's the daily. Here we go, right here. So can you see on my chart here, guys? I'm hovering my mouse over this area here. This is the consolidation that sent the market higher. We never retested that. This green line here, it lines up perfectly with that. Let me see if I can drag that out for you guys, because I know some of you guys aren't. There we go, right there. That is the consolidation that we tapped. We found resistance there after we broke below, and we have yet to reclaim it. If we reclaim it, again, the targets are within the range. So going back into the lower time frames now, we tapped this 24K level here. This 24K level was important to us. In fact, we even deviated it and got below. Now let's use the trading example that we have here. So we've got this 24K level right here, and we've got the range high right below it. If price deviates this level here, gets below the range high, pulls back, gets below the range high again, and finds resistance here, that is a trading setup. And I'll show you how the trading setup works. Okay, here. Two trades that you can take in this area here, and it works like this. And in fact, we actually took this trade on the NJ show, not on the NJ show, but on the NJ show, we marked out the plan. I updated everybody in the Telegram group. The link is in the description below. It's the first link you'll see to join the Telegram group. I updated the Telegram group to say I'm shorting it from the range high to the 75% of the range. Let me just bring that up here like this. Okay, and my stop loss was here at the time. Now, I want you guys to pay attention. I really want you guys to pay attention, because I want to show you why it was very difficult. It is very difficult to really accept and get on board with what price is doing now. Now, in this particular instance, if you guys are seeing the short, what happened was we formed the lows that was necessary. We formed one deviation here. We formed another deviation here. As soon as price got below the range high, I said, all right, this area here is the deviation done. Price has got below the range high now. Now price knows what it wants to do. So my stop loss can be here. And furthermore, if I want a much harder stop loss, I can leave it above this deviation here, just in case I want to play a much safer play. All right. Now, in this particular instance, notice how price didn't do the same thing. We're below the 21,600 level, which we know was key resistance. Right here, right here, right here, right here, and of course our chunk right here. So we were below key resistance. We had broken down after so long. We had caused what looked like a deviation here. Any sort of retest to this level here would have been an opportunity to short, and that is what the general consensus was. But notice how we didn't really make any formation or any structure. Look at this here. Look at this area here. Price pushed up, it retested, it held, and it gave us time to get on board. Then we got the push up into range high, push up, consolidate. Then we get the push up into that consolidation there. We did not get that with this. Okay, so it made me wonder. Can we break this down even more? Maybe we need to look at something that's deeper than just the range. Okay, so if we look at this area here, this is an area that has me interested. This area right here, because this is where all the mess happened, right? This is where shorting became difficult, longing became difficult. Everything outside of this area was actually pretty easy to trade. We know ourselves because we've been taking trades on this channel, not financial advice. So if I mark out a range from, let's say, this high to this low, okay? And I want to see if anything lines up. Now, you can see that the range high lines up perfectly with the 25%. That's one. Number two, I can see the mid-range is very choppy in between. We're getting aggressive moves above it, aggressive moves below it. Okay? Interesting. What would my target be if I was to trade this particular range? Well, for the time being, I can only focus on this high here. I can't focus on anything else. Okay, we've got a liquidity point here. We've got one here that's been taken already. and now price is consolidating above. However, I'm very, very, I don't want to use the word despondent, but I will use the word despondent, that we've left a thin move here. Despondent means sad, by the way. Okay. This thin move here is not good structure. I don't like it. Okay. Now, what I would ideally like is for price to maybe come down, hold this area, then I can say, all right, here we go. We've got some sort of stop loss there. Maybe as a hard stop, I can use here, this area right here as a hard stop for safety. If we come down around this area here and we hold, then I can potentially start playing it to maybe this area here, push up, and then finally this area here to take out this high here. Okay. Now I know that's a little bit confusing, but for me, this thin move here, I don't like it. And where did that thin move come from? Was it bullish news? Was it really bullish news? Yesterday, FOMC came out with very bearish news. And the reason that the market reacted so bullishly was because Powell said we are on target. So look, let me put it into context for you, yeah? You turn around and tell me, hey, I'm going to go rob this guy. Okay? That's horrible. That's a horrible thing to say. Anyway, furthermore, you go on road, you go and rob this guy. This poor guy has got his whatever stolen. You come back to me, I'm like, so how was it? You're like, bro, we're on target. I robbed him. You're not talking about the fact that you got police coming at you now. You're not talking about the fact that you've done the most immoral thing that you can do for the day. You've not spoken about the negative things. You've just said we're on target. What about the fact that you just robbed someone's phone, you waste man? What about the fact that you just done something naughty? Do you know what I'm saying? So yesterday's news was bearish, and I'm not seeing it from anyone. Nobody's talking about it. Now, if the market wants to go up, fine. I'm gonna let the market go up, but I'm not gonna get triggered by this. I'm not going to get triggered by here. Look, for instance, I'll give you an example. You tell me how many people are going long here right now. Look at the confluence that we've got, right? We're above the initial range high. This area here, this area here, that is our original range high. Now we're above that range high. How many people are talking about this consolidation here saying, yeah, you know what, as long as I hold here, then we can target this and then we can target that? Just seems a bit easy. It just seems a little bit easy for me when we've got this thin move here. We've got a flat body there. We've got another flat body right here. And we are in a range bound environment. We are still in a range bound environment. Look, if we break above this 24 level right here and we start holding, I'm completely wrong. I'm completely wrong on the bearish narrative short term. The bear rally continues if that happens. Okay? But why though? Why? Look, for me, if I was to get bullish right now, if I wanted to long it going forward, this is what I'd do. Okay. So let me see if I've got a high of interest. So bear with me, yeah? So we've got this high that was raided. And we've got this. Maybe if I go down in one more time frame. Yeah, it would have to be this deviation. It would have to be this. Whoops, what have I done there? Let me try and use that. I've never used that before. It would have to be this. Wow, look, that's pretty cool. I've never used that before. Cool. So, essentially speaking, if we can crack this area here, that's when I'd be looking to long Bitcoin. So again, it would be something like this. Then I'd look to long this area here. That's where I'd look to long. Otherwise, for me personally speaking, I've got to be real with you guys. We're at resistance, bro. We're at resistance. Look, man, let me show you. We're at resistance. I'm puffing my vape, bro. It's just standard nicotine. I'm not gonna come on live and advocate drugs or alcohol. I don't believe in that. I don't think that's a good thing to do when you've got a voice that's projecting across a lot of people, a wide audience. Anyway, for me right now, we're at resistance. Why are we at resistance? Well, look, number one, we've got this area here, right? This area here. This is what held the market down for so long. Of course, it's going to be strong. Of course, right now, prices look as though it's holding above. And it might hold above, but it's not going to give me interest until we break really above this high here. then any pullback from there is a long into this area here. Otherwise, for me, what am I genuinely expecting? Because of what the chart is showing me, I'm expecting something like this. And then from here, we can see what's good. Look at this little gap that we've got in this area here. It's horrible drawn box, but that's what I'm seeing. You know, look, when we were here, how many people got bullish? How many people were talking about this? Even that was a long scenario for me too. It was. But then what happened? We broke below. We got back below again. How many people probably got bullish here saying, look, bro, support, you know, all of this support. Let's from here, let's ride it back up to here. How many people got bullish? We shorted this, I believe. I believe on one of the episodes, we shorted this and we even caught the long. We actually caught this wick too. But the good thing about that wick was there was no major news event. There was no FOMC during that wick. And even if there was FOMC and we did trade it, then the news wouldn't have been as bearish as it was yesterday. Yesterday's news was bearish, man. If you don't know that yesterday's news was bearish, I don't know what you're doing. For me, personally speaking, every rally that we're getting here, to me, is a short. Okay? I mean it. Every rally that we're getting here is a short. Now, I'm not saying that the short is going to unfold here. I personally think that if we're going to go higher, there is an ETH USD chart that I marked out a while ago. Let me see if it's this one here. It's not this one. There is an ETH USD chart that I marked out a while ago, which gave me my thoughts. It's not this one either. ETH USD Bybit maybe. Yeah, it might be this. No, it's not. It's not. All right, screw it. Do you know what? Screw it. Let's just draw it out right now. Okay. So one of the scenarios that I really think could potentially happen is this. So look at the area that we're in now, right? Look how we are focused on this area. It's looking good, right? Prices pushing up, etc., etc. Have we ever seen this type of price action before? Yes, we have. Right here, I'll show you. One second. There we go. And let me mark out. Now, I want you guys to see what price did here. Yeah. I want you guys to see the power of the deviation. All right. Or distribution, whatever you want to call it. Look what happened here. Right. Price, we had a high here. This was the high. This was the actual high of the bull market, not this, because this was the resistance, right? We closed below this resistance. We couldn't get above it. We finally got above it only to reject and get back below and sell off. So for me, this is the real high for Ethereum, okay, in the bull market of 2021. Now, once we broke down, we made the up move that led to the down move. And what happened? Once again, deviation. Now, for me, because the sell-off has been so massively aggressive, all right, cool. We've got, in fact, you know what? I'm gonna move this line down a bit. There. Maybe even lower. Yeah, maybe even there. Yeah, that looks way more efficient to me. Yeah, right there. Perfect. Right? For me, what I'm seeing here is something like this. Okay? Now, the reason for that is because when we're going through these aggressive sell-offs, yeah, we need to play the liquidity games. We need to grab liquidity in order to continue. Now, all of the money at the moment, all the liquidity we need to go lower, we haven't got that at the moment. All right, for us to establish our low, we haven't got that at the moment. So where do we get it from? We can't get it from anywhere here. Maybe we can grab some from this high. Maybe we can grab some from this high. But really and truly, a majority of the money that was traded is trapped inside of this range here. So if we can come back up flip it, get back down, and then sell off here, then we've got enough liquidity to go lower. And does that not fit the narrative? Does that not fit the narrative of a bear market? Are we suddenly not in a bear market? Have you guys started thinking that we're in a bull market again? Is Does this not look like it would, in hindsight, does this not look like it makes complete sense? Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Doesn't it look like it makes complete sense? Now, it's okay if this doesn't happen. It's really, really okay if this doesn't happen, because we'll get on board. We need to play it level to level. This type of chart here is just to give us an idea of what Ethereum could actually do, what Bitcoin could do. Ultimately, it could even be this high here. We could even extend it to potentially this high here. Okay. It could even be like that, where these are the deviations, and maybe we take out this like this and then go here. But really and truly for me, 2150 is a level that I'm paying attention to. 2150, this low here, I'm really paying attention to it, because if you think about it, really everything below this 2150 level has just been one nuke, hasn't it? All of this on like the monthly time frame, it's just one nuke. We're finally starting to see some green after we've seen so many weeks of red. It's all just been one massive nuke. And one of the reasons that, people can go long is, well, if we've been dumping for so long, then naturally we're going to get a reaction somewhere, aren't we? Naturally we're going to get a reaction somewhere. You see what I'm saying? So given that we got a reaction there, nobody was able to tell that we'd get a reaction there. Well, yes, 750 is that key level of support. We didn't quite hit it. We hit 850. Now, before we get to 750, what's the plan? Maybe we come back up here and then we can see what happens then. Maybe we do this and we do that. I don't know. Closer to the time, I'll figure it out. But when price does get here, if price does get here, one thing that I know for certain is that there will be a lot of bullish people in the market. If price breaks above $2,000 on Ethereum, you've got to ask yourself, what is Twitter going to be like on that day? What is Telegram going to be like on that day? What's the news going to be like on that day? If price breaks above $2,000, I can see it already. There's going to be a fat headline that says Ethereum back over $2,000. Crypto is back in full effect. Crypto is back. The bull market has returned. People making so much money from cryptocurrencies. Is cryptocurrency the future? All to give you the illusion that we're going to go higher, when in reality, it's the same as this and it's the same as this. Okay? So it's something that we need to take into consideration. Similarly, if we go back to Bitcoin now, even though we can argue longs, all right, even this here right now, if we talk about 23K was major resistance for me. It's the range high for me. Okay, we're above the range high now. So the first question is, why are we above the range high? That's a good question. I appreciate that. The second question is, well, if we're above the range high and we've broken out of this range that took 40 days for us to break out of, then why aren't you bullish? Well, look, I'm not saying that I'm not bullish. I'm bearish macro. I am bearish, but short term we can form plans. It's not an issue. Look, it's very, very simple for me. All right, I've given you guys the blueprint. I'm gonna run it through one more time. So this is the H4. You see this area here? Look, this wick is where we found resistance. For me personally, I'm not going to ride price from here to there because I haven't really got a stop loss, not one that makes complete sense anyway. Now, if price does something like this, then I can say, all right, do you know what? My hard stop is here, and I'll keep my soft stop underneath this box here. And then we can start pushing it to 24K, and then suddenly 25K. And it opens the doors for me personally to 26K. Okay. 26K is something that I think can happen. And I was on this show 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, when everybody was calling for lower prices. I said that a bear market rally was coming, and I said that if the bear market rally unfolds in the way that I think it might, we could see the doors open to 28 to 30K. And that was when no one was saying it. Okay. So for me to come back on the show now, I have to be realistic with the plans that I've got. If I'm seeing price action like this, if I'm seeing price action unfold like this, where we've got resistance, clear resistance here, we've broken below the range, then the range is telling me to short. So how can I come and tell you guys, yeah, do you know what, the bear market rally is still on? I haven't got a crystal ball, nor does anybody. All I can say is, and I said this for FOMC yesterday too, I said, look, anything above 21,600, I'm going to let price do whatever it wants. And all the most serious guys I know on Twitter, on Telegram, in the closed communities of trading, all the guys I know, they did not catch this long, not because they didn't know how to catch the long. They didn't catch the long because they knew that it was event driven. Okay, even right now, because this was event driven, you could argue that price is going to do something like this. And how can I prove that? Have we got any sort of similar price action? Well, you got to ask yourself, yeah, how did people feel when they saw this move here? When they saw this move right here? Okay, nobody thought that price was going to break back in the range. Even we were bullish. We were like, all right, cool. If it holds the range high, then bless. If it gets back below the range, that's a worst case scenario. What about this area here? Look at this long spike that we've got here. This was a very similar move to this. Don't you agree? In fact, this move here is bigger than this move here. But what happened as soon as this move happened, everybody got bullish, price wicked, and suddenly we got an even bigger downside move. So really and truly, when you're trading based off events, then you've got to ask yourself the question, all right, if I'm going to trade my plan, I need to make sure I can stick to my plan. Right now, I've got no stop loss. That's the problem. I've got no invalidation level. Of course, I can just buy Bitcoin here, and if it goes up, then I'm some hero, aren't I? I'm Goku, aren't I? But realistically, I can't. It's my responsibility to come here and explain to you guys what my thought process is. And if I'm going long here, then I'm not going to be helping you guys, because the first question you're going to ask me is, where is my stop loss? And you know what, bro or sis? I don't know. I don't know where my stop loss is. Look, you tell me where the stop loss is here. Should we go long here above the range high with a stop loss here at 20,000? Is that what you want to do? That's stupid. That's stupid. There's no R. You're not going to make no returns on that. You're just going to be risking your money. And if price goes against you, you're going to feel like a complete knob. Okay. So with this down move that we had here, it was clean price action. We knew what to do. We knew how to short it. Okay. Over here, this is just one big FU spike. Good market structure. Low, higher low, higher low. And now we're seeing a potential higher low. Okay. All good. No problem. No good. But if this higher low is going to be true and it's going to hold, then for me to get on board and buy, for the stop loss to be here, I need to see something like this. That's what I need to see. Okay. That would be a blueprint of how I trade. And the reason I say that is because, again, let's not ignore the fact that we've got a cheeky little deviation here, which is proven. It's proven by this wick here. If this was weak, we would have not wicked here. We would have just gone. Agree? Similarly, how we've got this level here, this green level, which I explained earlier on, was the consolidation from 2020 at 24K. If this wasn't strong, why would price deviate it? Why wouldn't we just go up? Price deviated it, got too much liquidity to the short side, sellers took control, price sold off, price needed to go all the way back down here in order to grab enough liquidity to go back up. Okay, now there are a lot of bullish cases for this. I appreciate it, but I need to see this fin efficiency filled, or I need to see price come back, because for me, really, look, this is the level that really is important for me. And I keep saying it. I say it on Twitter, I say it on Telegram, I say it on the streams. 21,600 for me. Whoopsie daisy. 21,600 for me right here. And the reason it looks all blurry is because both the ranges overlap with 21,600. There is so much confluence around 21,600. And now we've even deviated it to the upside. That is so bullish. But for me to get on board, I need to see 21,600 hold. Maybe, arguably, what's the level here? 22,500. Okay, maybe not. What about this consolidation here? This is what I'd be willing to accept, okay? Because I know we need bull plans as well. I can't neglect the bull scenarios as well. I'm a bullish guy, like in terms of my personality. I'm a bullish guy. For those of you who know me on Twitter, you guys will know. So this box, 22,000. 22,000, all right? So for me, if we get something along the lines of maybe this, then 22,000 I can see why I can see why people would get bullish off that. So look, let's have a quick look at the chat, because I've been ignoring the chat. Guys, if you don't mind, we've got 86 people watching and we've got 46 likes. Can you guys do me a favor and get me to 80 likes? I like to get to 100 likes for every video. That's the objective, because of course we're trying to beat the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you're new here and you haven't really watched the show before and maybe you're learning something or something like that, then please, if you don't mind, help us at the NJ community. We're trying to get to 3K subscribers. We're just shy of 200 more to go before we get to 3,000 subscribers, and I would really love it if you guys could help by supporting. It takes a second to do. It's free. It doesn't really impact your day. If you have the opportunity to, if you get the time to do so, please go ahead and do that for me. All right. So looking at some of these comments, I can see here, Yuri says, "Hi fam, current PA also looks a lot like the PA going from 65 to 69. Not saying will happen. Yes, that's very probable. I appreciate your comment there. That's a good opinion to have." Scarlett, my good friend Scarlett, who is supporting the channel every single day, says, "Hey NJ, is your trades based off Fibonacci?" No, it's not, Scarlett. So this Fibonacci, what I've done here is, I don't like to use fibs. What I like to use is, I like to use ranges based on quarterlies. So I've taken the fib settings and I've done 0, quarter, half, 3/4, and 1, and I've marked them out in different levels. I've marked out the mid range as blue because that's where you're expecting the most chop. So it's easier for me to see. All right. Hope that helps, love. Shoaib with a lovely comment. Thank you for the support and for supporting the channel, Shoaib. I'm going to tell all my friends subscribe to the channel if they love money. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Dot has given just a random thumbs up here. Thank you, Dot, Sav Gaming and Crypto. A lot of love for you, you know. Matthew, how are you doing, mate? It's good to see you. Oh man, I just need a 4-hour green candle to make CT thinking bull market is back. And I couldn't agree with you more there, my friend. I really couldn't. That's market psychology for you. You get one candle into resistance and everybody is so bullish. Not only is everybody so bullish, but they're so quick to be judgmental, and they're so quick to say, "Oh, you got wrecked. You got wrecked." I saw Trader XO's comments the other day, and it was remarkable. It was remarkable. I found it so ridiculous how people are following him for his free content that he's sharing. He's giving you his ideas for free when he doesn't have to do that. He's taking time out of his day to do that, to share it with you guys. You know, he's helped me grow to a position where I can come on YouTube and spend an hour or two with you guys nearly every day to discuss this stuff. And then there are people commenting on his post over a 5, 6, 7% move saying you got wrecked. Are you an idiot, bro? Like, what are you doing? If you're one of those trolls, then you're not going to make it. I guarantee you're not going to make it. It's 100% certain. I'm as certain as death is certain that you're not going to make it, just because you're focused on trolling people that are trying to educate you instead of focusing on what the market is showing you. Okay, so we've marked out a few plans for Bitcoin here. Take a screenshot of this one, because this is one thing that I think might really unfold. Maybe even we could have a stop loss there. But really and truly, the closer we get back to this little box here, is the closer that I will get to potentially longing Bitcoin, because that is the deviation below 21,600. That is the area that I want to hold. And if that's the area that I want to hold, then that's where I need to see price action come. If price action isn't going to go close to that support, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch out for this green box here. If price can get above and hold this green box, I will play it to this high here, and that's it. That's it. Why? Because if I play it any higher, if I hold my positions, then because we have this thin move here, what could happen is we could get this exact same scenario that's drawn here, but we could get it a little bit higher up. So what could happen is, if I long it, one second. Yeah, there. If I long it from here, right, this green box here, and it doesn't properly hold, we could end up getting something like this. Okay? So that's why I will have my target set as 24,096. That will be my target. Until then, I'm going to play it like this. This is how I would love. This is my most ideal scenario. We've already got a scenario for above. Now, what happens if we want to get shorting? If we want to get shorting, it's very simple. If we get below 21,600, that is my level of interest. That is the level for me, which personally, it's the line in the sand for me. All right. The fact that we deviated below it and we got such an aggressive move to the upside proves how important this 21,600 level is. We can't ignore it. You know what I mean? So again, a few more comments. Let's have a look. So Speedy says a potential pullback would be tasty for a short. Where are you looking at, Speedy? Are you looking at 24K? Maybe a little double top area here. I'm sure that you guys have got this all print screen now, so I'm going to remove this. Are you talking about a potential double top where we do something along the lines of this? That's very possible. That's very possible. It's an idea that's very possible. And you know why it's possible? Because it forms that double. Like if we flip the chart, that's what you'd expect, right? You wouldn't be surprised if you saw something like that. And look, that nice little W that we've got there. We've got these highs here in this particular instance where we're seeing juice liquidity. I wouldn't be surprised. Why would I be surprised if something like that was to happen? It can. But that's why that's very, very important that you mentioned that. That's why it's important that we try and get as close to this box as possible. Because if we're going to long, right? If we're going to take a long, the closer we get to this box, the closer we can get to our stop loss. The closer that we can get to our stop loss, the more we have room to play with. Okay? So for me, get above here. I'm playing it to 24096. Me done for the time being. I'll see if this area here becomes an area of interest. Then maybe I can look for the longs here. Okay, it's not that difficult when you're looking at it from just the price action perspective. It's not that difficult. However, one thing I would like to say to you guys is we can long, and we can long all the way to 30K. We can even go to 40K if you want to go to 40K. My key area of resistance, the biggest area for me where, if I was to talk about Bitcoin consistently, is this area right here. I haven't even got it marked out on the chart. But this area right here, $43,000 on Bitcoin, that is the most key area for me. Okay? For me, when I'm looking at Bitcoin, I'm seeing a lot of people joining the chat. It's nice to see over 100 people watching the chat. If we've got 100 people watching in the chat, can you guys support the channel, please, by liking the video? If you feel like you're learning something, if you feel like you're enjoying the content, or if you're just happy to be here, maybe you're at home and you're just happy to be here on the stream, chilling with all of us, then you are very, very welcome. But if we could get a like spike, that would be amazing. I like to get 100 likes. Just for every episode, just so that we can try and beat the YouTube algorithms. Again, as well, look, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel, because we are on our journey to 3K. I can't do it without you guys, especially all you new people that are joining. I can't do it. Bottom right hand corner, let's continue to talk about Bitcoin, and let's continue to try and break this down. Okay, so multiple scenarios. That 40K level is fine for me too, but what the important thing to remember here is that because that FOMC result was so bearish, because that FOMC result came out so negatively, and they tried to mask it by saying we are on target. I don't understand how people got fooled by that. I really don't get it. I'm so confused by that. God, my voice even sounds different. I'm so confused by that. How can you be an idiot like that? How can someone say, yeah, you know what, lads? You know what, ladies? We're doing really shit. Exactly as shit as we thought we were going to do. But you know what? The good thing is, though, is we're on target. We're on target, though. Like, we're on target to be as shit as we can potentially be. So, for me personally, it bothers me. It bothers me until we get something that's deeper. If we can get something like this, I'm happy to play it like that. I'm very, very happy to play it like that. Until then, for me, we're at resistance. This area here, sorry, excuse me. This area right here is resistance. This area here is proven resistance. Until we can smash those areas, I'm sorry, but we haven't even broken really out of the range yet. Like if we look at the lower time frame, this is the range high. And yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it in front of you guys right now. I'm seeing this area right here. A lot of people will have this area marked out right here. Okay. Support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, resistance, price. Oh, sorry. Price finally breaks above. It's showing bullish price action. We're going to probably see something like this. All good. I see it. I see it as well. I know you guys are seeing it. I'm seeing it too. Good for you. For me personally, This area here was where we wicked before. I need a trade plan. I need a plan that I can follow. I can't just say, right, lads, should we go long right now? Yeah. Should we just gamble a little money and go long right now? Well, look, listen, I'm a Muslim. I can't do that. I can't look as a Muslim. I can't come on live and I can't say, let's drink alcohol. Let's smoke weed. Let's just smoke in general. I can't do that. And I certainly can't come and say, let's gamble. But what I can do is I can make trade plans. I can make plans that make sense to me. And if price follows those plans, I have a high probability of making money. Therefore, it was a calculated risk, a calculated decision based on all the aspects that I've got that have been laid out for me. We don't live in the 50s no more, you know. We live in 2022. We're in an area where, you know, back in the day, these man never even had trading view. You know what I mean? These man never even had trading view. These man were looking at pieces of paper. Look at this tissue that I just used to wipe my mouth with. This was how you used to trade. They'd be like, let me get 50,000 stocks of Bitcoin. And then they would slap a piece of paper on the table like that. That's how they used to trade. We've got trading view. We've got Forex Factory. We've got the internet, bro. We got the internet. And I can see Tariq saying here, let's smoke flavored shisha. But come on, bro. Like, that's not advocating smoking, is it? Let's be honest. That's not really advocating smoking. All right. So look, anyway, we're not here to make this conversation about religion. We're here to talk about Bitcoin. We're here to talk about trading Bitcoin and how we are going to look for the highest probable plans and what we're going to do to potentially make some lunch money for the week. All right. That's what we're focused on. So, you know, a bit of a choppy episode today. A very, very choppy episode today, but I hope that you guys understand the plan. So from here, I don't like this plan. I don't like it. Of course, if you want to ride it with your stop loss there to this area here, you can do that. You could take the long right now. For me personally, I'm not going to do that. For me, I need the market to unfold more. That's just what I need. It's what I need. I've got my own trade plans. If I let other people convince me to do things that I can't see on the chart myself, then well, I won't be able to trade, will I? I won't be consistent. I won't be confluent. So again, one thing I'm waiting for is something like this. Hold above this area here. Then we can ride it to this area here. But ideally, very, very ideally, I want price to come back lower. I don't like this thin move. It looks horrible. It looks so horrible to me. It looks like this. God, why is my mouse started there? It looks like this. That's what it looks like to me. And if you think about it, this is kind of what I'm asking for. All right. I want price to come back into this area here. And then we've got that break in market structure. We've got the over under pattern, don't we? Let me show you the over under pattern real quickly. Hope I don't get in trouble for this, man. I'm leaking so much alpha. Look how much alpha I'm leaking for you guys today. We're at 81 likes. Can we get to 100 likes, please, if you don't mind? Can we get a few new subscribers to the channel? Can we get a few new subscribers to the channel? You know, anyway, this is the over under pattern. Yeah, let me show you. So you've got price, we've got a high, and we've got a low. Okay, as soon as we get this low, price bounces. Okay, this low proves itself, it holds, it proves itself here, it proves itself here as resistance. Okay, now what price does is this is the lower high. So we've got high, lower high, lower high. Okay, price does whatever it wants below, it comes back above, it cracks this high here as a break in market structure. Now anything that comes back to this level here, which falls in at 22,500, anything that comes back into this level, maybe even if we get a deviation below this level, maybe potentially to 22k, maybe, I don't know, then technically all of this becomes a deviation, doesn't it? Right? It becomes a distribution zone that is now giving us the signals to long the market for further upside. Okay. And then suddenly, if we round out in the way that we've rounded out there, then really and truly, if we pick this low here, which is the range high, then isn't this an overall deviation of the range high? Which means that we're going to start looking at higher prices, like maybe 26k, 27k, 28k. Make sense? Making sense to everyone? What's this question that we've got here? Hey fam, why does the 1 week chart look different to the 7-day chart? Okay, look, it's not a very clever question, but I'll answer it, Rusty. Thank you for giving me your comment. The reason that the 1 week chart looks different to the 7 day chart is because the 1 week chart focuses on the end of the week, which is Sunday, which is Saturday, and it focuses on the beginning of the week, which is Sunday night. All right. So the price is from Sunday midnight, as in Sunday evening, Monday midnight. That's when price opens. And then Sunday midnight is where price closes. But on the 7 day chart, it's going to follow the time zone that you're in. So if you're in the UK, it will be the same as the 1 week chart. If you're in I don't know if you're in France or something, it will be an hour ahead. Do you see what I'm saying? So the 7 day chart will look different. If you're in Canada, it's going to be 5 hours behind. If you're in Australia, you're going to be like, I don't know, is it 8 hours behind or something like that? I don't know. But that's why the 7 day chart looks different to the 1 week chart. And Shoaib here with another lovely comment saying, right, we are here to make money. We are here together and we're going to make it together with the help of NJ. Yeah, we're all going to help each other. All right. We're all going to help each other. And when the bull market comes back, it's going to be lit. Now, along with Bitcoin, right? Along with Bitcoin and the powers of four. Look, I respect this comment. Man, I wish I bought at 18K and just held. But look, powers of four, bro. Look, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. I'm not saying that you're wrong for thinking like that. And I do really respect your opinion because, of course, we've seen now in hindsight how it unfolded. But, I want to ask you a question as I remove all of this. I want to ask you a question, right? You're saying that you wish you bought at 18K and just held. But the question is, do you have 5 solid reasons as to what have I done there? Do you have 5 solid reasons why you would have done that? Because for me personally, yesterday we had FOMC. Yesterday we were talking on Monday about how volatile the week was going to be. Pretty much every influencer, every YouTuber, or every person on Twitter was talking about how volatile the market was going to be. All right. Now, if we're talking about FOMC and how volatile the market is going to be, then why would you have bought at 18K? Why would you have bought this area here? What was there in the market to make you think that this area was an area to just buy and hold? Because you know what would have happened? You would have seen this ranging market right here and you would have not known what to think. Over here, you would have thought the high is in. Over here, you would have thought the high is in. And over here, you would have thought the high was in. Now, the good thing about your comment is that you're making it clear to yourself slowly, that you're talking more like an investor and less than a trader. And that is so good. That is so good. If you lot can differentiate the difference between what trader is and what an investor is, you guys will be so much more better off. You'll be so much more happier with your trading. For me personally, I don't like trading the lower time frames. We're on the M30 right now. A lot of people that claim that they can trade this time frame, they're lying. There's only like 1 or 2 people I know. I swear to God, on my life, there's 1 or 2 people that I know that can trade this time frame. On my life. I've seen it with my own eyes. The rest, they get stopped out way more times than they don't, and they're not as profitable as they claim to be. They just understand price action really well, but they have no consensus of fundamental analysis. They have no consensus of what's going on in the market. They're literally reading candles. Okay. And they're reading candles. They'll even claim that they got this long, but you've got to ask yourself the question, like, legit, please think about it for a second. You're all smart people. There's no difference between me and you. You're not stupid. So I'm chatting to you guys like you're my friends, not like you're my followers or my fans or anything like that. We are a community, right? If we're a community, I'm not going to speak to you guys like you're fans. You get what I'm saying? So I'm asking you, if somebody tells you, yeah, you know what, I caught this long yesterday, unless they are Trader SC, who has got a proven 11 years of experience in trading purely price. If somebody says they caught this long yesterday, why didn't you? Or if somebody is in a paid group or is on Twitter, Telegram, YouTube, whatever, saying I caught this long yesterday, this happened right after FOMC. So again, it makes me curious what your thought process is. Why is somebody giving you advice to trade an event like that? Why would somebody give you advice to trade the event like that? And furthermore, to add confluence to that, if you're trading, if somebody's telling you to trade this price action, to trade this event driven news, then hold on a second, the news came out negative, the news came out bearish. So if you're longing the price of Bitcoin, no, you didn't get lucky, but really and truly, as if you didn't understand traditional markets, if you didn't understand FOMC, and if you don't really understand price, if you've been trading for a month, then my G, you did get lucky. You did. It just is what it is. You did. I don't mean to be rude. I don't mean to hold it against you, but you did. Now, for me personally, if anybody told you to trade this price action that you're seeing here, this long, thin move, for me personally, there's someone that's worth unfollowing. The reason I say that, and I'm not atting anyone in specific, I'm not gunning for anyone. If I was to gun for someone, I would say their name right now. I'm not afraid in that particular instance. I've never been afraid. You lot have seen I've had problems with people on Twitter in the past, and I've never ever had an issue with calling them out. I don't run, I don't hide, I'm not a coward. I'm here. You get me? Now, in this particular instance, I'm just saying that if somebody's telling you to long resistance right before FOMC, or if they're telling you, or if they're gloating saying I made so much R after a move that happened during FOMC, I don't know. You've got to tell me, because what's going to happen the next time FOMC comes around in 2 months' time, if price goes against you, they're going to claim one of two things. They're going to say, yeah, but we've got to take profit. Yeah, but we've got to be careful. We had the plans marked out. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you know what? Like, it is what it is. We took a little small scratch. But in reality, they're just telling you so many different plans that when one of them works, they can claim clout on that plan. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, this is the difference. This is why I only give you 3 or 4 plans. I can give you 15 plans if you want right now. I swear to God, I can break down price so much on each time frame and give you guys 15 to 20 plans right now. And if one of them unfolds, then tomorrow I'm on YouTube saying, hey, did you lot see what I done yesterday? You lot see that plan that unfolded? Obviously, Trader NJ. Who else could it be other than Trader NJ? I can't do that. That's disrespecting my teachers. That's disrespecting my mentors, disrespecting my peers and my colleagues that have taught me how to actually look for probable ideas. I'm a storyteller. I like telling the story. When you tell the story, when you're able to look at a chart from the monthly, weekly, daily and say, okay, I understand the story. I can see the story. Then you can start making high probable plans. You get me? You make higher probable plans. So for me, look, I've told you what I think. For me, personally speaking, if this is going to prove itself as the stop loss, if this area here is going to prove itself, right there, we'll give it a different color, then price needs to come back. Price needs to come back. If we're looking, look how messy this chart is. I don't like how messy this chart is. Let me remove this particular range. Let me remove, I can keep those two boxes there. This is our original range that we've got here. Okay. This is a lot cleaner. This is what I'm seeing. If you're going to print screen anything, then essentially this is what I want you guys to see. You see this area right here? If this is truly support, if this is going to be our stop loss, come back then. Come back. Let's see. Let's see if it's correct or not. Let's see price do something along the lines of this and then hold. If we can hold this area, I'll go long too. I swear I'll go long too. As long as we can get back to 21,600 and hold, then for me, this area here is the target, but really it's this high here that we're looking at. That's the high that we need to take out. If we take out this high, then I'll be telling you the same thing. Maybe we need to now come back here and then do whatever it wants to do below this level, right? Create the deviation that we need, and then we can start riding it to 26k and so forth. And this is what I was saying in my Telegram chat yesterday. I was telling you guys, look, listen, don't be upset if you missed one thin move. This is one candle, bro. Look at all of this price action that we've got here, all of this stuff that we traded in the last couple of weeks. We actually even traded all of this. Why are you getting upset over one candle? Isn't that candle pretty much as big as this candle here? Why are you so desperate to be in a trade? Are you some geek? Like, why are you so desperate to be in a trade? Why can't you just wait? You know what I'm saying? If you just wait and you don't FOMO, I guarantee you so many people have FOMO'd here. I guarantee you, I shit you not. Tomorrow, you're going to see, if price dumps tomorrow, right? You're going to see how many people are going to get upset. You're going to see how people are going to go quiet. Why are they FOMOing right now? I'll tell you why. Because you see this level here, 22,919. This is my range high. Or you can call it 23k if you want. That is my range high. That is the high that I wanted to break, because this consolidation here is what led to the 21,600 resistance. Okay, therefore people are waiting for a retest of this box here to get long. And look, lo and behold, what have we got? We've got this level right here, and people are already going long right now. Okay, now if price breaks below like this, they're going to want to short it to this area here, which is perfectly fine, lower high, lower high, lower high. The short is valid. There is a valid short right now. You short it here with a stop loss here and a hard stop here. The short is valid right now. Anybody who takes this short here, and we can long it if you want, if you want to invert the chart, you can long it. Exact the same thing again. Okay, so for me, we've got a low, we've got a higher low, we've got, now we're retesting this. If we can show support here, then I'll long it from here to here, targeting this deviation here. And if we break into this and we take out these lows here, probably price wants to go a lot lower. Okay, and if we invert the chart like this, voila. Take a screenshot of this because this might actually happen. This is a high probable plan. Look at some of these comments, man. So let's go from the beginning. So Mike says, thanks for the tip, NJ. Yeah, no problem, mate. I'm really, do you know what? It's kind of therapeutic for me as well. You know, it's kind of really good coming on the show and having all of you guys here to speak to engage with. I love the fact that people are getting more comfortable on the NJ show. I'm seeing a lot more opinions. I like the fact that people want to argue with me, want to debate with me. I love it. I love it. You can always come on this show and you can always have a voice. You'll always be able to share your opinion. Okay, whether you're involved in trading, whether you want to learn about cryptocurrency, maybe you're here for the news, I don't know, but you're welcome to come here. Okay, I used to watch, and I still do occasionally watch, one or two podcasts where they were small when I started watching them. They eventually grew to be big mammoths, big titans in the podcast industry. But one thing that helped me a lot was I was always there. Like sometimes it's good being with people that are like-minded, and you're talking about subjects that you really care about. You can come chill with the community. Maybe you're cleaning the house or hoovering or something like that. Maybe you're just chilling. Maybe you're just at home, but you're always welcome here on the NJ show, the NJ community. We're going to try our best to keep it as clean as possible. And you have a place here. Moht says, hello, bro. Hello, mate. It's good to see you. Thank you for joining the show. Timothy says that person probably just got lucky on the bet. So you're probably talking about this thin move here, Timothy. Yeah. I agree, dude. I agree. Claiming clout for a trade plan where you got 15 different trade plans and then claiming that you caught it with no proof of PNL or nothing like that, which you don't need to show. No one ever needs to show PNL. I'll personally never do it, but I'm just saying it doesn't line up with me, Mule, what's this again? JB says Mule Skinner is an amazing pure PA trader and also from the UK. Okay, cool. I don't actually know Mule Skinner, but a big shout out to Mule Skinner, who is working hard for his community. Good for him. Paul Tayera says, I don't ever think I've ever seen a stronger VIX, but signal than now. Well, the VIX is to do with volatility for the S&P, right? The VIX is to do with the volatility of the S&P. Now, what are you really seeing here? What are you really seeing here that you're going to base all your trade plans off? I think it's a good confluential tool. I've seen Trader XO use this before. This level can even be refined. Something like that, maybe. I don't know. But again, you tell me, how is this going to help you with your Bitcoin plan? How is this going to help you with your Bitcoin plan? For me, this is what I'm seeing. Anyway, I hope you guys have got all the Bitcoin plan screenshot. I'm going to try my best to chapter this episode up as soon as this finishes, but it's going to be a bit of a tricky one today. We spoke so much about Bitcoin in detail. What have we got here? I always struggle with how to tell when a level was held and when to pull a trigger to short or long. Well, look, mate, this is the thing, Laz. This is the thing. You've got to believe in your trade plans. Look, like I said, right? Like I said here, this is a valid short. there is a lot of people, right, who are trading. Maybe they're not as vocal as other traders are, but they shorted this level right here. Look, as soon as we get into this green box here, they've shorted it to say, I'm shorting anything above 23,000. What was this level right here? It was 23,500-ish, wasn't it? 1 second, guys. 23,500, 23,460. So people would have gone short here with a stop loss right here. And I think that's a valid short. I do. I think it's a valid short. You can be wrong, and it's okay to be wrong. There's nothing wrong with being wrong, but it's a valid short. Why have we gone short? Price made a high here. This was the deviation that sent the market lower. Price bounced off the mid-range between the range high and the 75%. And when price bounced, it created this order block here, which later on has capped the market. We couldn't get above it here. We made lower prices underneath this high, didn't we? Underneath this high, we made a lower high right here. So clearly this high is important high. Okay? Granted that this high is an important high, fine, let's talk about resistance. Okay? And you don't even need to, some people may have shorted it here with a stop loss there, targeting 22,000. But then at the same time, you can make an even more conservative trade plan where you can put this blue box here. And you can say, all right, well, look, you know what, NJ, this is the range high. I can see the range highs here, 23,000. Let me just put this up back over here. I can see the range high here. It makes sense to me. You know what? I don't want to short it up here with a stop loss there. You know what I want to do? I actually want price to confirm even more. So I want price to do something like this below the range high. Then I can say that all of this resistance that we've got here is proven. We've got a nice little deviation here. I'm going to short it right here with a stop loss there, and then I'm going to send it lower to potentially 22k. And at 22k is when I'm really going to decide, am I going to follow here and here, maybe with a bullish scenario like this, or is it going to follow the bearish scenario? Well, it's yet to be seen. Yet to be seen. So for me, for instance, this is what I'm seeing personally. It doesn't have to go as low as this. This is what I'm seeing here. This is the most probable scenario that I'm seeing at the moment. And another probable scenario is, look, if this stop loss is true right here, fine. Let's see if it's true. If price can come back anywhere near here and then start pushing up. Okay, so price breaks above, pushes up. Then we can start riding it to this level here. And ultimately, this level here. Does that make sense, everyone? Does that make sense? What's up, Vegeta Crypto? Good to see you, mate. Joel says, I like the process. What are your thoughts about the US GDP data released at 1:30 p.m.? Yeah, it's going to be released in 3 minutes. Let's have a look. Let's do GDP together. What's this here? Sorry, mate, I'm long from 21k and also long on Sol from 36.6. Not thinking about closing my positions. Akash, mate, look, good. Fantastic. You don't need to say sorry. You don't need to say sorry, mate. Fantastic. I'm glad. I'm glad you're winning. You're an example. You're setting an example of following your own trade plans. You don't have to trade exactly like me. You're coming here for my opinion. And equally, if you're coming here for my opinion, then I'm going to respect your opinion too. I really respect your opinion, mate. And if anyone else wants to talk, you've got a voice here, bro. Or sis, you've got a voice here. Don't worry. Come and chat. Come and chill and come and chat. You know? Let's see what GDP is saying. Let's see if price is affected by GDP. And in the meantime, because we've got 2 minutes now for GDP, let's see if price is going to push up or if it's going to go lower. What other comments? We've got a nice comment here from RP saying, found myself watching daily for the last few weeks. I enjoy your perspectives. I enjoy you joining the show, my friend. Thank you very much for joining the show and showing some support and love. RP Crypto says, enjoying the stream, NJ. Thank you very much, my friend. I really do appreciate that. Let's have a look at the likes. Oh, we are 1 like away from 100 likes. Who's going to help me? Who's going to do that? Who's going to support? Who's going to make that MIG? Who's going to make that big decision to like the channel and get it to 100 likes? Who's going to do that? Weirdly, though, I've got to tell you guys something while I'm looking through these comments, yeah? Is, 50% of people, like it's nearly exactly 50% of people that watch the show aren't subscribing. So look, listen, it's not difficult to subscribe, right? Bottom right hand corner, help us get to 3,000 subscribers. it really, really will go a long way. And it really does help me appreciate as well what you guys are doing to help the channel grow. I want to bring you guys a lot more recorded content too. But at the same time, in order to get that content to you, you guys have to prove to me that the demand is there. All right. It's all good that we're getting 100 likes every episode now. And that is because of you guys. I really do appreciate it. At the same time, if you guys want more content, if you guys want more interesting pieces of information that's going to come out, then you need to hit the sub button as well to show me that, yeah, look, this channel is really growing. Thank you very much, guys, for supporting. Very, very, very good. Let's see if GDP can give us any sort of reaction. Here we go. Does anybody have the numbers? Does anybody have the numbers for GDP? Again, this is bearish, man. It's higher than it was last week. Yeah. Look, there is bearish. Let's see what happens though. Let's see what happens. Because apparently, when we get bearish news, market likes to go up, and apparently people longed it as well. Some liars. Oh, that's nasty, man. Hold on. Oh, Timothy, man, what is that, bro? How can you tell me Jerome Powell lied that it's not a recession? Of course he lied. Of course he did. He didn't lie. He just didn't. He just bent the truth a little bit. He just bent the truth a little bit. You know. He just bent the truth a little bit. That's all. And this is what I was saying. I was saying this throughout the episode. You know, I can be a little bit of a little girl. You know, like when I'm ranting and complaining. I know that I can come across a little bit aggressive sometimes, but like I just get annoyed, man. I just get annoyed. I was telling you guys as well. Like, look, it's so obvious. Look at this here. You see this long thin move up here. Of course, it's going to come back and fill in, isn't it? Like it's. We've seen it here as well, haven't we? Look. Even this move here, we've seen it followed by something like this. It's something that we see in the market every single freaking day, and it's like we get one little spike up, and everybody's like, "Oh, you was wrong. You was wrong. You was not like you missed the move. Ha, shame." But no, oh, we got 112 likes. Hey, you lot smashed it. Wow, amazing. Thank you guys. I really appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Maybe we will get to 3,000 subs soon. Maybe we will. Maybe there is hope for the NJ community yet. Let's have a look at some of these comments while we're waiting for this to unfold. Oi, oi, oi. I'm not going to give you a lot of financial advice here, but I'm just saying. All I'm going to say is this. Consolidation that led the market higher. Okay. Deviation. If we can break below this consolidation now and hold it, then that should open the doors for this area here. If we break above like this and we're showing bullish price action, then my original plan for this is what's going to unfold. Okay. So it's not that difficult to create plans. You're creating the plan based on the probability that you've got. So right now, for me, I can see here that we're rejecting off this consolidation. We need to give it time. We can't just go like this. You can't. There's clear direction to go long. I'm going long above this box here. Above this green box up here, I'm going long. Below this resistance here, and on top of that, we've got this range high right here as well. This black line that you're seeing that falls right in the middle, that's the range high. Okay, so what have I done here? I'm saying that if we get below this consolidation, which is right below the range high too, I've got double confluence. My stop loss is not only above the range high, it's above a swing, a pivot. Okay, I haven't quite taken this trade yet, but price needs to break down and show me that it's breaking down. From here, price can go up if it wants. If price goes up, then no problem. We've got our long scenarios as well. We have. If for those of you who've been watching the episode for the last hour and a half, we've got our long scenarios, no problem. But we want price to get as close to this area here as possible, this area in the bottom here, because the closer price gets to this area in the bottom here, the closer we can see if this stop loss is true or not. Okay. But anyway, I'm pretty confident. Look at this. Let me show you guys something real quick. All right. Let me remove this. Let me show you guys something real quick. At the beginning of the episode, do you guys remember when I was explaining to you guys and I was saying that right now there's no stop loss? I was saying right now there's no stop loss. How am I going to go long if there's no stop loss? And you know what a lot of people did? I guarantee you they did this. I guarantee a lot of people put their stop loss right here. You see this candle right here? A lot of people put their stop loss. And this is what I was saying yesterday. I was telling people, like, where do I put my stop? And everybody was like, hey, shut up. You missed it, bruv. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? But look, you lot just got stopped. Not you lot, but whoever chat shit to me, they got stopped. Look, liquidity taken. Robbed. You got robbed. Got jacked. Okay? So let's see what happens now. Let's see if we can break below this apparent stop loss that's showing invalidation. And let's see if we can start pushing into this area of consolidation right here. Let's see if we can get back into this area here. We need a lower time frame to see that. But let's see in it. Let's see. Oh dear. Oh dear. But it's cool though, because your favorite influencers went long, didn't they? Your favorite influencers, they were long yesterday and they caught the long during FOMC. Yeah. Everybody went long during FOMC. We can't deny it, right? We can't deny it, can we? Everybody went long during FOMC and everybody made like 10R yesterday. Except me, obviously. I'm a moron. I didn't go long yesterday. Why would I go long yesterday? I missed the move. I'm an idiot. Just want to get my position ready. If it does come, I want to get my position ready. Cool. Let's have a look at some more of these comments. I can't make this chart look nice, man. I'm trying to make it look nice on the screen, but it's just looking ugly, you know? Like, you can't really see the candles properly, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Crypto Indian says, are you live trading? No, mate, we're not live trading. I'm just giving you an example of something that I would do. This is not financial advice. You guys can do whatever you want to do, but I'm not live trading. All I'm saying is this is the consolidation that led to the high that pushed into this box here. A lot of people shorted this area here. We're getting a clean sell-off. Everybody went long yesterday, apparently. If we now break below this range high, which we've just done, if we now break below this consolidation here, which is what I'm waiting for, and if we do something like this, then maybe I might have gone short. KAR says, I'm confident the US market won't respond well to this. Well, look, mate, I've got to say, like, you're putting in the hard work. You're different. And if you're going to keep putting in the hard work, then you're going to see things that a lot of people aren't going to see. So let's just see what happens anyway. Let's see what happens. It might not unfold on the stream. It might not. It might unfold later on, but we'll see. We'll stay for a little while and we'll see if it can unfold. How's it going, mate? Welcome to the show. Appreciate you joining. It's good to see you. Thank you very much. Great to see you. Daniel, with a nice comment here. He's got his pint and he's chilling. He's enjoying the stream. Glad you're enjoying it, my friend. Glad you're enjoying it. Interesting comment that we've got here. Could be a power of 3 setup, consolidation, manipulation, and breakout. No, it's not manipulation, bro. It's not manipulation. It's not manipulation. Manipulation, I used to use that word all the time, and I realize now that I was an idiot for using that word. It's not. It's very, very simple, right? Look, I'll zoom out and I'll show you very quickly. This black line here is our range high. Okay, this level here is an important key resistance level that we've seen in the past. This high here came from the lower high bounce. All right, we reclaimed the range. This was a deviation here of the range high, and this is the high that we made before the market went lower. All right. So this is the resistance that I've chosen. A lot of people have gone probably short in this area here with a stop loss either on top of this resistance or on top here just for safety. Okay. Now what I'm saying is if we want a long Bitcoin and if we believe that this is an over under, then this is the stop loss that needs to hold. Okay. Now I'm not longing it here, bro. I'm not. Like, if this is my stop loss, I'm not going long. Like, it's not worth it. Okay. So I need price to come back as close as possible. Now, if I want price to come back as close as possible, then this is what I want to see. Might not happen, but this is what I want to see. Like I said, the range high is the black level. Okay, so our stop is above the range high. We've got a trend line here as well. Fine, another piece of confluence. We've got a box here. This box here, what I'm seeing in this box here, this is the consolidation that led to the spike above the range high, right? Stream froze. No, man, the stream is fine, man. It's you, man. It's you. So again, if this is the consolidation that led to the push high into the resistance, and we're back below the range high now, and we're back below the trend line, and we're gonna go back below this consolidation. If we get back below this consolidation, yeah, bro, it's a valid short. Okay, just like this up here, I didn't tweet that short, did I? I didn't tweet it, and I didn't put it on my Telegram. I didn't put it on YouTube. But looking back, I can see it's a valid short. I can see whoever shorted this area here, it's a valid short. Same as this here. I'm giving you another valid short now. I hate doing this live stream bollocks. I don't really know what to do now. Now we're just kind of just sort of sitting here, aren't we? Like, so like, yeah. What are you lot saying? Hey, do you know what you lot need to do? You lot need to join the Telegram, man. Why are you lot missing out? Look, it's in the top link in the description below. It says it here. Join our Telegram. HTTPS t.me. In it for the tech. In it for tech. In it for tech. It should be in it for the tech, but in it for tech. You lot need to be joining that, man. Why are you lot not joining the Telegram? Let me look at this Telegram right now. 316 subscribers. We need to get that to like 400, man. You lot need to do that. You lot need to do that. And yeah, you lot need to subscribe to the channel as well, because if you're not subscribing to the channel, then what are you guys doing? Why are you not subscribing to the channel? You know? Now, the thing is, right, with this particular live trading setup, the US markets don't open until 2:30 p.m. So right now, it's 1:43 in the UK. And even KAR Crypto says it here. He says, well, no, that's not the comment that I was looking for. He says it here. He goes, give it 50 minutes. So when he said that, that was around 4 or 5 minutes ago when he said that. And he said that because that's when the US market opens. I think S&P opens at 2:30. So it's, yeah. So the US market opens during that time. And that's when we should see the big reaction. Okay. But right now, if it starts unfolding, if the plan starts unfolding, then yeah, maybe we can take a little, cheeky. Nano Gomez says, I really love this channel. Oh, I appreciate that, mate. That's a lovely, lovely comment. we are trying to grow. We are trying our best to grow this community, and excuse me. And yeah, Sky Changer says stream is good. Thank you, Sky Changer. I knew that it wasn't lagging. I've got a little box up here open, checking the stream to see if it's lagging or not. I knew it wasn't lagging. Yeah, and CG, lovely comment saying thanks for taking your time to help NJ. Well, yeah, that's what we all have to do, isn't it? That's what we all have to do. Yeah, and my lovely Gul. My lovely Gul says, thanks, NJ. Thank you, love. I appreciate you joining the show. I appreciate you showing support and always leaving kind and loving comments. All right. And Vineet says, the Telegram group is awesome. I really appreciate the setups and updates you post on the channel. Yeah, mate. I appreciate you for saying that. The Telegram group is something that I'm working on. It's something that we're going to grow. It's a good place to be, especially if you're really focused on the In It for the Tech brand. It is a good place to be. So let's see what happens here. I'm still not really fussed as to what happens here because I already know that my long scenario is above this area here. Okay, if this was the high that led to all of this madness, then this is the high that needs to hold. So it needs to do something like this. And at the same time, because price hasn't broken below this area yet, if anybody has already gone short with a stop loss here, then you might get taken out because price can just do something like that. Okay, so for me, I'm waiting. I want to wait. I want price to do whatever it wants to do here. As soon as it gets back below this level, that's when I'd look for the short. If we get a spike above this 2400 and whatnot, then we start going. Sorry, not 2400. If we get a spike above this 2300 level, then we are well above the range high. This area here becomes the consolidation of importance to me, and I will look to ride it higher. Okay, until then, that's not a probable plan yet. It's just not a probable plan. The only probable plan I can see is the one that I'm looking at now. And what is the weekly open out of interest? I want to know what the weekly open is. The weekly open is 22,585. I want to see if the weekly open lines up with anything. 22,585. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Even more confluence. All right. Let's do this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Lol. The weekly open is 22,585. And look how that lines up exactly. And look, so if I move this like this, and I move this a little bit here like this, perfect. 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 Okay, so that is a very, very good intraday plan. Okay, intraday trading. It's a very, very quick move. It's one of those moves you're in it for a couple of hours, you're out for a couple of hours. So look, I'll let me change this color because purple is our line of death, isn't it? So if I just make it pink or something like that, and then I will so let's see. Let's see what happens. This is what I'm seeing anyway. Until price breaks above this high here, I'm not interested. And also because we're in a no man's area right now, price can do this, price can do this, price can just dump from here in general. So for me, no. For me, no. Especially since we just got a bearish GDP output as well. Unless price can do something like this, if price can do this, we'll play it, man. We'll play it. We'll play it to this area here, and then if it does that, we'll play it higher too. It's not an issue. We'll play it. But until then, I want to see price break below because right now, especially speaking, yeah, everybody who put their stops here, they already got stopped. So naturally we're seeing a bounce because everybody got stopped here already. That's where pretty much everybody had their stops for the so-called long that they took today. Um, they've been stopped out already now. Okay. So for me, we've got liquidity here, liquidity here, liquidity here. Let price do whatever it wants to do. As long as it gets back below, then we have our trading plan. Until then, we just have to wait. We just have to wait. That's literally what trading is most of the time. Just a waiting game. Got my plan. We just have to chill now. It's kind of boring though, isn't it, when we just chill? I do like chilling with everybody. I do like chilling, but I just don't, nothing to talk about. We're just looking at these trading plans. Can we get some new subscribers? Some new subscribers would be good. I'd like that. We've got a question here as well. Look at this. Sebastian here with an alpha level comment. The GDP numbers came out. It was 0.9%, minus 0.9%, but the estimated price was 0.4%. Ooh la la. That's not very good. And we got a question here from Tri. Why does the market pump even though the Fed raises the basis points by 75? It's high, isn't it? Yeah, you're right. It's high. You're right. It is. It's bearish. It's not bullish. GDP today as well. It's not bullish. It's bearish. But yeah, everybody wants to long. You got to remember as well, yeah, that today is July the 28th. Okay, we are 1, 2, 3 days away from the monthly close, and for traditional markets, we are 1 day away from the monthly close because it's Friday tomorrow. So going up, leading up into the end of the month, we are going to get price action, weird price action. If you guys follow Trader XO on Twitter, he mentioned as well. He said, "Look, I'm not trading the event of FOMC, and I'm not going to be trading leading into the end of the day, the end of the month." And he said that for a very, 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 very good reason too. I very much agree with it. I tried to express it on my channel here, but my voice is just not as strong. One day it might be. You never know. Excuse me. Disposable vape. No, man. No, this is my my EVOC, Joytech EVOC. So I've got this this vape. I put my juice in this vape here, and then I smoke it. Where is SC? Says MK Football Edits. He's not here today, mate. He's not here today. He's not with us on the show today. But if we do get to 3,000 subscribers, he mentioned that he will be coming on the show. So it's up to you guys whether or not I can get 200 more subs. If we can get 200 more subs on the channel and we see 3K subscribers, then maybe SC will come on the show. Got another question here from Laz saying, intra-chill question. What is the safest stablecoin at the moment? Safest stablecoin at the moment for me personally is USDC. That's the for me personally anyway. That's the safest stablecoin. That's the stablecoin I'd be looking for if I was to hold any stablecoins. And Crypto Tiger says, could the market be going up because of the falling dollar? No. Yes and no. There are a lot of I do see the coupling, I do see the overlay, and I do see the correlation between the dollar and Bitcoin. I do, and the dollar pulling back, it does give us reasons to believe that we can go higher. We have to remember as well that if this is a bear market rally, then of course we're going to go higher. All right, we are. Even though we've got bearish news coming out, if this is a bear market rally, we are going to go higher. But the problem is, right, is no one's going to take profit on the way up. I promise you, no one's going to take profit. Look, I've got a short scenario here. I've not taken any trade yet. I've got a short scenario here. I'm waiting to see if it's going to unfold or not. All right. And if it doesn't unfold and it starts pushing higher, then nobody's going to really understand. Everybody's going to think that I went short and I got wrecked, but I didn't. I did not short this wick right here. This is the weekly open. We just bounced off the weekly open from the news. If we can get below the weekly open again and show bearishness, then yeah, below the range high as well, below this consolidation here, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm going to short it. Sorry for the language. Equally, if we get above this green box here, that's where I'll take interest in longs. We've got our plans. There's just nothing we can do. We just have to wait and see. Sebastian with another. Woo, Sebastian, you are on fire today, mate. Also, Apple and Amazon earnings today. Yep, I mentioned that on Monday and Tuesday's show where I spoke about the earnings that were coming today. So, yep, Apple and Amazon today. But I think that's part of the GDP already, dude. I think that might have already come out. So minus 0.9% is the earnings. Raphael says, I just subbed. Great value shared here. Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Akash with a lovely comment. I love your opinions and your biases, Akash. I do. I really do have a lot of respect for you, mate. Let's do it, guys. Share it on your Twitter. Well, no, look, this is the YouTube community. If you guys want to share it on Twitter, I'm not going to object. I'm going to love that. I'd appreciate it. But yeah. We just need to get to 3,000 subs here. We just need to do it here. If you're not following me on Twitter, by the way, go on Twitter, look for @TraderNJ1. That's where you can find me on Twitter. So for now, this thing looks like it wants to go higher, but we'll see. We've still got resistance here. What it might do is it might take out this high and then start showing the breakdown, and then we can target this and then this and this and then this and then this and then this. Excuse me. But we'll see. And maybe I'll change the plan. Maybe I'll move the shorting. Maybe I'll move the short up higher. Something along the lines of this. But I don't think I will personally. I think that this is a good plan that we have here. And if it doesn't unfold, then we'll just wait for it to unfold, right? What's the percentage point between this level here and this level here? It's 3%, guys. It's 3%. If Bitcoin does a 3% move right now, and we've missed our shorting setup, then fine. If Bitcoin is a long and we break above this green box and we hold, then we've only missed out on 3%. It's not a big deal. It really isn't a big deal. We'll just catch the long scenario. Here, won't we? Something along the lines of this. I don't know what the deviation will be. Maybe it will be something like this. I don't know, but we'll catch the long scenario as well. We're not going to miss that. We've got our trading plans. It's not that difficult. We've got our trading plans. We just have to wait for one to unfold. Ideally, this trend line, we should get back below it, get back below the range high. That is a lot of confluence, but get below the weekly open. It's over. It's over for the short term anyway. It's over. So we'll see. This could be a move. This exact short setup, by the way, it might be a move that unfolds during tomorrow's profit taking day, because tomorrow's Friday, isn't it? It's a profit taking day for most trades. That's when it might unfold. So we'll see. Equally, this could be the deviation done. So equally, there are some people who will wait for price to tap this trend line, do something like this, and then they'll put their stop loss here, or they'll put their stop loss here, and then they'll ride it to just this high here, which again is a very short-term trade. It's more of a scalping trade. It's for experienced traders only. Okay, so even for here, look, I'm not gonna lie, I would probably take something like this and ride it into this area here and potentially this high here. I would, but for those traders who are not seasoned, if you're new to trading, then you need to have your reasons for longing and shorting. You won't be able to manage the position if it goes south. So for this short that we've got here, we've got reasons for the short. Look, we've got our range high right here, don't we? Okay, so anything above the range high right now, if it gets below the range high, that's a deviation. We've got consolidation here that led us out of the range high and into resistance. So that's consolidation I'm going to take seriously. We've got the weekly open right below it. We've got a trend line right here to support our thesis. We've got about 5 reasons already. So if we can get back below this trend line, that's 1. If we can get back below the range high, that's 2. If we can get below the consolidation, that's 3. If we test a weekly open and show resistance, that's 4, and that's enough to go short, man. We've even got invalidation right here. So for me personally, like I said, I stress it on this channel. I'm consistent with the shit that I say. um Make sure you have 4 or 5 reasons as to why you're going long or short. Never just go long or short based off support and resistance. You're not handling your risk very well if you do that. Joel says, I'm moving to the UK side next year. Any banks, the most crypto friendly banks? The truth is, I don't know, mate. I don't really know the answer to that. I would say Barclays, because Barclays have a partnership with Coinbase, and obviously Coinbase and Barclays, they do no fees for transfers. But I can't really give you advice. Like I was going to talk through some news today. I was going to talk about this. Crypto assets need news rights in the UK. UK legal body says. But we're not going to talk about news today. We're just going to look at this for a bit, and then we're going to probably shoot off, because it's been an hour and 45 minutes already. We'll give it another 15-20 minutes at most, just to see how price unfolds. And then I've got to shoot, because my little sister's graduating today. Her stream is coming up, I think in an hour or something. Her stream is coming up, so I don't want to miss that. I want to see her graduate. My parents have gone there, but I want to see it. I want to at least see it on YouTube. Let's see what this is looking like on the 15 minutes. So on the 15 minute, even on the 15 minute, this is looking so ugly. It's looking so ugly. So a lot of people are probably looking at this high. Okay. So if we remove this trend line for a second, notice how we've got the weekly open here and we've got this high here. This is where price is trapped, right? This is where price is trapped. That's the question that we always ask ourselves, right? Where's price trapped? So if I move this weekly open here, this is where price is. This is a really good trade, by the way. This is a really good trade. If this unfolds, this is a very good learning opportunity for you guys. Really, really key learning opportunity, because price is trapped between this and this. So really and truly, I'm giving you the conservative trade, where we need it to get below the range high, this consolidation here. We need it to get below the weekly open for the short. That's the conservative play. But really and truly, for aggressive traders, you can even short this here with a stop loss here. I wouldn't do that. It's low probability, because price hasn't confirmed anything yet. We haven't got 4 or 5 reasons. But you see, look, price is trapped in this little box here, isn't it? So as long as we can get below this consolidation and we can start fighting the weekly open, that's when I'll be looking to really get the short, to do the shortings. Oh, thank you guys for your lovely comments. Congrats. Congrats. Yeah, she's a hard worker, man. My little sister is nothing like I am. She's not lazy like me. She's a hard worker. She's a hard worker. She's so focused. Like, she can actually say, I'm gonna go and study, and she'll actually go and do it. She'll spend like 2-3 hours studying. She's quite insane. Me, unless if it's not charts and if it's not crypto and if it's not something that I enjoy, then I just can't do it. There's something about all of this that calms me down. I was saying it earlier on in the episode as well when I came live. I was saying that there is something therapeutic about coming live and speaking to you guys and chilling with you guys. Back in the day when I used to trade with Trader SC, he used to come live and he would stay live for a long time. Sometimes, he would stay live for like 2, 3, 4 hours. There was one trade that we took. I think it was cable GBP USD, and we had a trade marked out quite similar to the trade that we have now, right? And what happened was, this is what happened. I'll show you guys what happened. What happened was, price did this. Price broke below. It followed the plan exactly, and we took the trade. Okay, we took the trade right here. Okay, and then price started breaking down like this, and then for some weird reason, over the next 2-3 hours, price just started doing this, and then it got right to the edge of the stop, and we had to hold the trade because it's a valid trade. It's like you can't change your trading plan. And as soon as price got right next to the stop, it was literally 1 pip away. It just did that right to target, and it was like a 6-hour stream where where it was one of the craziest streams I've been in. But it went to show, like, I understood afterwards that you've got to follow your trade plan. You've got to follow it. So for me, I'm not in a trade yet. I've just got to wait. If price can, even if price wants to do this for a couple of hours, right? I just can't do anything until price gets below. This is the area here that I can really pay attention to, and then I can ride it for lower prices. But until then, no. Equally though, you never know. Like, if we're streaming for another 20 minutes and price just goes mad and it just does this, then we can start looking at this area here for to ride the longs, you know. Timothy, I don't know when the stream was, mate. This was in 2000. This was at the early stages of 2018. This was not. It was not. It was not any time recent. It was in the early stages. Joel with a lovely comment here saying, "Thanks for the hard work and quality of the streams, NJ. Serious. These are becoming a serious movement. Be proud, man. I'm proud. I am proud. Thank you very much. Very, very, very much. Very. You've left me a bit stuttered there, Joel. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate these kind comments, and I do love it when you guys like the video and subscribe. A lot of you guys are new, but a lot of you guys are consistent. You know, a lot of you guys turn up every single day when I go live, and it does mean a lot to me. Maybe I don't say it enough, but it does mean a lot to me. So, you know, my job, I want to make this stream better for you guys. I do want to make this a lot more enjoyable, not just from a trading perspective, but from an entertainment perspective too. I do want to make these a lot more enjoyable for you guys. It's just one of those situations. We're in the bear market right now. We have to just play it for what it is. Um, You know what? I'm looking at this body here. Notice that we got a little flat body here, isn't it? See this here? It's a flat body. I might extend my targets, you know. Just if we have to end the stream and price doesn't set up in the way that I wanted it to, I may extend my targets. I'll show you. Here. Yeah. That might have to be the target. If it does actually unfold, that might have to be the target. So Raphael says, my first of your streams, do you actually do live trading as well? That's what I miss with SC and XO. I'd love to see these trades unfold. Well, look, mate, look, the problem is, right? The problem is that we are in a bear market, okay? And it's not a trending environment, it's a range bound environment. So look, a little quick analysis for you guys so you guys can understand. I'll just leave this like this. All right. Now, in a range bound environment, price is going to chop inside of ranges, and every time price leaves a range, it's going into another range. So you might see on Twitter or Telegram when people are talking about level to level. Well, that's it. That's what level to level is. You know, when you're trading in a range bound environment. Now, when you're trading in a trending environment, then price is always just going to do this. Okay, or like for instance, when price topped out at 69k, notice how XO was someone who was really able to smash the moves on the way down because it was a trending environment. It was a consistently trending environment, and you know, it was. I'm not gonna say easy. It wasn't easy. It was very difficult. Nearly everybody didn't catch it. It was only him really, amongst a few others, that caught it. But it was a trend. It was a trending environment. It was much easier to analyze price. Now, in terms of where we are in price today, this is a range bound environment. Everything that you look at is a range. Look, I'll tell you what, this area here, this deviation that we've got here, this is a range within itself. This consolidation, this up move that led to the down move, that's a range in itself. This is a range in itself here. This move from here to this high here, it's all a range. And even this right now, I'm talking about ranges. I'm talking about a pink line here, that's the range high. A pink line here, that's the weekly open, which is the range low. And I'm talking about a breakout of the range once again. So doing these live sessions, it's not quite as simple as doing it in the past. You need a lot of hours for it to unfold. Really and truly, right? The way that this works is, now that I've got my plan, I should just set an alert. I should just set an alert for here. Sorry, if I right click on this, I should just add an alert on this trend line to say, look, if this trend line is tapped or anything like that, can you just buzz me on my phone or buzz me on my laptop or whatever, so that I can see price unfold. The reason that we're here right now, I'm doing it live, is because really and truly, like, we're doing it together. I'm not going to be doing this every single day. This is not something that I advocate. Me doing this is me influencing you guys to trade in a very, very choppy market, when in reality, instead of trading in this choppy market, you guys need to understand what this is and how can you find it again in the future by yourself. You guys need to understand what this is right here, and how can you find it in the future by yourself. You guys need to understand the importance of why I chose this high, why I chose this low. You guys need to understand how I got this range right here, this range high. How did I get it? You know, you guys need to understand how I'm building my levels and how I'm positioning myself in terms of price before you start talking about intraday scalps and live scalps and trading. It's not, if this channel is going to grow, if this community is going to grow, it shouldn't be growing because we're doing live trading. It's one of the quickest ways to lose money because you can't manage your positions. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. The reason that this channel should grow is because you care about cryptocurrency. The reason this channel should grow is because you're preparing yourselves for the next bull market. You're preparing yourselves for the next trending environment. And if you're here to study crypto, and if you're here to prepare yourselves for the next trending environment, I'm not going to lie, you're probably going to make it. But if you're watching people on live streams and you're just focused on intraday plans, if you're focused on trading events like FOMC, and if you're desperate to make a couple of pennies off these events and off these range levels, you're not going to make it. We're going to go into the next cycle, and you're not going to have any money. That's what's going to happen. So, Timothy, because you've had so many good questions throughout the stream, I'm going to answer this question, right? What's your risk management on leverage? So leverage isn't important. Leverage, whether you're doing 1, 2x, 5x, 10x, 20x, 30x, it's not important. What's important is this. So look, this is where I'm looking to take my trade, and this is where I'll get stopped out if I'm wrong, right? Based on what's trying to unfold right now. So this here tells me that it's a 2% move, $461 away is my stop loss. So what I need to do is I need to take my position. I need to take the amount of money I'm risking. So if I'm going to risk 1K here, yeah, if I'm going to risk $1,000 here, or no, not $1,000, let's say $100, all right? If I'm going to risk $100 in this red box, that means if price comes here and I get stopped out, I lose $100. Now, it doesn't matter what leverage you're going, what leverage you're using. What you need to make sure is that when you're marking your stop loss out for this area here, it needs to make sure that it says that if you get stopped out, you're only going to lose $100. It doesn't matter what leverage you use. The only reason you'd up the leverage is if you've got a really small account. You know, if you've got a really, really small account, then you would up the leverage because you can't afford to risk $100. Let's say, for instance, you got $200 in your account, right? And you're looking to risk $100. That's 50% of your account. You might try and take this trade. If you take this trade on 1x leverage, which is spot, you're not going to make $100 if you get 1R back from this. All right, this is how many R is this? Wait, yeah, the 2.36R. So if I'm risking $100 in this red box here, then if I win this trade, then I'm going to get $236 back. But if I've only got $200 in my account, I can't use spot. Because if I can't use spot because, God, you lot are forcing me to do maths, man. I hate maths. This is 2%, right? My stop loss is 2% away from where I'm saying I'm going to enter. Okay, so if I go spot on a $200 account, if I put the whole $200 in, if I lose, I'm losing 2% of my account, which is what? $2, $4? All right, and if I win, if I win the trade, I'm going to make, what, $8? It's not bad, isn't it? Some chicken and chips right there. Little 6 wings and chips. If I win the trade, it's nearly 5%. So if I've got a $200 account and I put $200 into this trade using spot, then I'm only going to make $10 if I win the trade. And if I lose the trade, I'm going to lose $4. Do you see where I'm coming from? But using leverage, I can make it so that if I get stopped out here, I lose $100. And if I win here, I get $236 back. Do you guys understand that? That's a really big, big question. You know, it's a whole episode. Thank you for that lovely, lovely comment, Raphael. But I'm going to let you know now, I'm not on par with XO and SC. I'm not on par with XO and SC. No way. Thank you for your lovely comment, Radu. Thank you for your lovely comment. And Andre says Big Mac secured. Yeah, man, especially if we're in Dubai, Big Mac's halal. If we can secure a little Big Mac, obviously we've got to pay for the withdrawing some money is going to cost us to pay. So we're going to, from the $10 that we hope to make in this trade, we're probably only going to get like $8 back from it. But hopefully we can get a Big Mac. Hopefully we can get some chips with that as well. You know, I like McDonald's chips. I do like McDonald's chips. God, this is boring, isn't it? Just waiting for price to unfold. Usually what I do is I just leave it. From here, I leave it and I set an alert or two. And if it comes, it comes. So I'd set an alert. I'd set an alert at this high here, right? I'd set an alert here. So if price comes above here, I would set an alert for that. And if price gets below this pink line here, I'd set an alert for that, because everything else is just noise. Like all of this that you're seeing here, it's all noise. You know what I mean? But but yeah, that's what I'd do. So I'd set an alert here. I'd set an alert here. And I'd even potentially set an alert up here. If you set an alert here for the range high, right, then what you're looking for is you're like, okay, well, hold on a second. If price is turning, if it gets below the range high, then maybe this scenario that I've got for here is about to unfold. So maybe I want to come to my desk and get ready myself, you know? That's how I'd play it. Oh man, we got some nice comments coming in, man. Jeez Louise, I'm loving these comments. Seriously, Raphael, another lovely comment. Humble as well. Well, if you're not yet, one day you will be. Yeah, man, I want to catch up to EXO and SC. I look up to them a lot, you know, especially I look up to EXO a lot for his personality, for the way that he holds himself, the respect that he gives, the branding image that he sets. I look up to him. He's a very responsible guy, and he knows what building a community really is. And SC is an example of hard work, right? So look, you know, 2 days ago I was on the stream and I was ranting about people not making it from trading, and it's true that 99% of people don't make it from trading. I didn't make it from trading. I made it from my altcoins. You know, when bull market came, I was in a trending environment, and I made it from meme coins, I made it from altcoins, I made it from purchasing early investments. I did a lot of studying in that bull market. I did so much studying where I was looking for new projects to invest in. I was looking for trending environments. All right, but SC is somebody who actually made it from trading, and that's something to really admire. You know, there's not many people like SC in the world, and there won't be. He's a phenomenon. He's a bizarre phenomenon. But at the same time, just because you might not make it from trading, there's no reason that you can't learn all of this, so that when a trending environment does come back, if we get another bull market that comes back, you lot will be ready. And if you lot are ready, then suddenly you guys are the ones. You guys are the new generation. You guys are the ones that's longing and shorting, and you guys are the ones that's making all the big money. You get me? Just my two piece. But yeah, man, this is boring, bruv. So what are you lot saying anyway? We've got 133 likes on the stream. That's just fantastic. I don't know what to say. That's just fantastic. I love you guys. Thank you. Not going to get emotional on the stream. We need to hold our emotions because we're trading right now. We can't get emotional. But seriously, though, I love you guys. Thank you. Does practicing on intra-week help with setting ourselves up with the knowledge required for the big moves during the next? Yes, Vinny. Yes. Perfect. Well said, my mate. Well said. Exactly that. You've nailed it on that. I've got to share that again, man. You've nailed it. Does practicing on intra-week help with setting ourselves up with the knowledge required for the bigger moves during the bull market? Yeah, man. 100. What's this? If you have a stop loss, you only lose the margin of the trade, not all the money. Yes, correct. Well done, Hamid. What's going on here? Hi, can you let me know which cryptocurrency exchange is good and low withdrawal fees in bank account except Coinbase? Binance is good. Bybit is good. Prime XBT is very good. You can actually sign up to Prime XBT using the link in the description below. So if you use the code TraderNJ when you're signing up with Prime XBT, the sponsors will see that, and the sponsors will see that these streams are actually impacting people in terms of their trading, in terms of their knowledge. It's just a way to support the channel, you know. So if you want to check out Prime XBT, you can do that. The link is in the description below. You'll see the link to the Telegram channel. You'll see the link to the YouTube channel, the link to my Twitter channel, and you'll see the link to Prime XBT. So Joel says, let's talk about football now. What is there to talk about, man? There's not really much to talk about other than United is breaking my heart. It's just, oh man, supporting United is worse than it's worse than trading. I swear to God, I could get stopped out on a trade and it still wouldn't be as bad as supporting United. United have let me down so bad as a fan. How do you personally calculate position size? Okay. Now look, up now. Look at this trade plan here, right? So if price gets below this range high here, gets below the weekly open, I'm going to look for a shorting setup, okay? Now, between this area here, this area is, the price of this area is $22,688. This area above right here falls in at 23,150, okay? When you go on your exchange apps and you're marking your stop loss, you can fiddle around with the position size. So as you up the position size and you've got your stop loss marked out, it will show you how much money you will lose based on how much you're going in. So if you've got, let's say for instance, you're risking 5% of your account, that's 1/20th of your account. So for example, if we take $1,000 as your whole account and you're risking 5%, 5% of $1,000 is $50. All right. So what you do is when you go on your exchange and you're entering this position here, you fiddle around with your stop loss and you put your stop loss as 23,150, and you say to yourself, all right, I'm going to keep upping it until it says $50 as a total loss. So that if you do take the trade in this area here and price does just spike up and stop you out, you can you will only lose $50. All right. Quick comment here as well. Nice show, good show. All the best. Congrats for your sister. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much for that lovely comment. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining and thank you for leaving your love. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, it does go a long way. And if you haven't already, check out the links in the description below, especially the Telegram link. We should get some more subscribers for the Telegram. We're up to 326. So during the course of this stream, we had 10 more people that joined. Pretty cool. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the momentum going. God, this is just boring though, fam. Like, just drop, man. Just drop so we can set up. Once we set up the trade, we could take the trade and then just leave. I've got to wait though. Gotta wait. Yeah, so we've just broken above 2,800 subscribers. So we're at 2,801 right now. We are literally 200 subscribers away from 3K subscribers. So that's a bit mad when you think about it. That's a bit mad. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. I don't know what to say. Getting me a bit shy on the stream, like. So yeah, we've just got to wait. Ultimately, if price does get above this area here and it holds above this blue box here, we'll take the long. I'll post it in the Telegram chat if I take it. But this is what I'm seeing, innit? I'm seeing this area here. I'm seeing this here. I'm seeing price trap between here and here. And I'm looking for a breakdown now. I think a breakdown makes more sense. We had bearish GDP news. We had bearish FOMC news yesterday as well. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. Looks bullish on the M30 though, doesn't it? Even on the H1, it looks bullish, but I can't see it. See, even if we take a naked chart, you see this high right here? Look at this high right here. This is where we initially found resistance, right? Look, this is the true high. This high here is the true high. I'll tell you why. If I hover my line here, look above it. You see, above that line, we get the deviation. We're back below now. So it doesn't matter how bullish price looks. Price needs to get back above this high again, and it needs to hold. This area here needs to become support. Right now, it's deviation, it's resistance. Obviously, we've got the trend line as confluence right here as well. So if we can break below that trend line and start turning towards the downside, then we can start looking to fill in this area here, and then really this flat body candle that we've got here, we can look to fill this in. And I think that's our target anyway. That's pretty much our target. Now, if we get bullish price action underneath that area, that is where I'd be looking to go long. It depends. It all depends, but that's where I'd be looking to go long. So I'll tell you what, we'll give it a few more minutes, guys. We'll give it a few more minutes and we'll see how price unfolds. And then I'm going to shoot off. But you've got the plans. You've got the plans. It's so easy to follow this plan. There's no difficulty in following this plan. There's no trade yet. We're waiting for price to break. We know that this is resistance. We know that this was the high that was formed. We're waiting for it to get back into this consolidation, break below that consolidation, and we have broken below the range high, and we are retesting the weekly open. Below the weekly open, game over. Okay, so I've even marked it out for you guys there, so that you guys have the words that you need, just in case you guys forget what the levels are. What is this? What do you think about Ethereum? What price should we get in? I don't know what that means, mate. I don't know what that means. All right, so there's two ways to look at Matic for me. Yeah, so I'm going to quickly look at Matic because David wants to look at Matic. Two scenarios for me for Matic. All right, so this is the clean chart of Matic. This is the clean chart. Okay, and what I've done for Matic is I've marked out two levels, two massively important levels. All right, number one, the level that's important to me is the $1 level. The second is the $2 level. All right. We've got the deviation above the $2 level. I'm wondering now if all of this is a deviation above the $1. So I'm thinking if we do something along the lines of this. You see this? That's the first short. Below this, that's the second short. But then at the same time, we can break Matic down into way more detail. All right. If we look here, what are we seeing here for Matic? For Matic, we're at resistance for Matic. We're at resistance. This is the we've got here. This is the consolidation that sent the market lower. Retested this consolidation now, and it looks like the market wants to go higher. So for Matic, look, I'll be honest with you. That's on the daily. Let's look at the H4. For Matic, I do think that we can go higher. I do think that we can go higher. So right now, if you wanted, you could potentially take a long with your stop loss there. I wouldn't personally take that. I would wait for if price pulls back, maybe gets below this level, then I would take a long for Matic targeting here. You see, you've got this high here and you've got this high here. So that's one long for Matic. So if you want to screenshot that, you can take that screenshot there. Second scenario for Matic is, well, look, we've got this trend line here, don't we? Right? We've broken out of the trend line now. The more conservative play for Matic would be to break above this 96 level, hold above this 96 cent level, and then we can ride it for this little gap that we've got here. All good? Good? Everybody understand? Are we all in agreement for Matic? If I just go back to Bitcoin. So again, this might be another plan in itself. You see, this is the high that capped the market. This is all a deviation above this high here. All right. Now, if this is all a deviation, then essentially speaking, this is where the liquidity is going to be resting, this high right here. So what we can do now is we can come here, retest it here, and then start selling off. And then once we break back into this range, that's all the messiness done, and we can start targeting here. We can start targeting here. We can start targeting here. Okay. So that's one scenario as well. Alternatively, and this might happen now, this might happen right now as we're on this live stream, we might get a scenario, right, where we actually do break above this high. If we break above this high and we hold it, then I'm going to be targeting the area here. So there is a long scenario that's potentially building as well. All right. There is a long scenario that's potentially building as well. So it's important to take that into consideration too. But for me personally, I don't care. I didn't aggressively. You see, when price was breaking down here from GDP, I didn't FOMO in. I waited. I didn't FOMO. I waited. I said, no, we need to break below the weekly open and find resistance at the weekly open. So I didn't take that. I didn't take that short. At the same time, I know that anything above the weekly open and anything above this blue box here is all going to be just mess and chop until we break above this green box here. Until we break above this green box here and hold, I'm not taking no longs. Until we break below this consolidation here and find resistance at the weekly open, I'm not taking any shorts. So really what price is doing now is price is just chopping. Price is just chopping. Okay? It's pumping because it's pumping, bro. The market can do whatever it wants to do. This area here, look. That's horrible, man. That's horrible. So this area here is not of interest to us. It's not. Because we've got a very, very, very thin move here, a gap, which you'd call it, or FVG if you want to call it. Here's the FVG right here, fair value gap. I don't really use fair value gaps. I just say gaps. This area here, for us, it's just all distribution. Look, the range high of our major range, this is where we're playing. All right. So yeah, you could argue that we've retested the range high and we're showing bullish support, but not really. We need to get higher. We need to get above this green box here, which is ironically above this box here where we don't have interest. Now, if we break below, we're still not going to really trade this range. What we're going to do is we're going to wait for a breakdown of this range and then we'll trade it down, or we'll get back above. And then when we get back above, we'll trade it to the upside. So literally what we're doing right now, if you're learning anything from this trading setup, if you're learning anything from this stream, what you're really learning here is essentially how to be patient. You have to be patient. Most of what trading is being patient. Unfortunately, that's just what trading is. So, if you're not patient, then we could have got stopped out twice right now. All right. We could have taken a long from this range high, and our target would be here, right? This high right here. But then what happens if price just rejects now and stops us out? It's very possible. There's no price that says that it wouldn't do that. And the second thing is, even if we did go long here, right, our stop would have to be here below the range. And if our stop is here below the range and we're targeting this high, then that's very, very low risk to reward. You have much higher risk than you do reward. So we just can't do anything. You know, we can't do anything. We have to wait. If price gets below the weekly open, great. If price gets above this high here and shows bullish support, then I'll long it. But honestly, guys, look, it's 2 hours and 20 minutes. Price is faffing about. We need to break out of this range, okay? We need to break out of this pink box, these two pink lines right here. We need to break out. And we need to break out of this high here for the longs, and we need to break below this pink line here for the shorts. So you guys have the plans. As always, please make sure to like. If you haven't subscribed already, bottom right-hand corner, it does go a long way. Help us get to 3K subscribers. I can't stress it enough. I'll try and mark out some chapters in this video, but I don't think I'll be able to. It's a very, very messy video. You're going to have to watch it for yourselves. And we'll see what plans unfold, okay? We'll see what plans unfold. But I'm going to go now. I'm going to shoot. You guys all have the plans. I've broken it down as much as possible for you guys. You know what to do. Even for Matic, we've even got a market. We've even got a setup. We've marked out a setup for Matic, so you guys know what to do there as well. I'll leave you guys for now. And